Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Lifestyle Aesthetics, where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. Today, we are gonna have fun with the new gym, different location from what we're used to. So this one is Rock's Gym, and we're trying to do an upper body day because we did legs previous days, so I'm trying to go easy, trying to make sure that my nerves are relaxed and healed up. So start a little bit light with the 70-pound incline bench press for your upper chest. Usually my workouts are upper body day, lower body day, rest for 1 or 2 days, and then I do full body. So these weights feel a little bit more dense. I know that that all the weights should weigh the same, but in this particular gym, the weights feel more dense. Something about it. So we're doing 2 sets of incline bench press. I feel like the top 5 workouts to get that Greek god look should be weighted pull-ups or pull-ups in general, dips slash weighted dips, incline bench press, lateral raises, and overhead press. Should get that nice V taper for your aesthetic. So trying to go until failure as I do these. Trying to hold it at 45 degrees and do nice and controlled, slow on the way down. And then we do incline bicep curls. At the very last minute, what I like to do is to rotate my wrist a little bit more outward to get that nice peak on the bicep. So I will be supersetting these bicep curls on an incline bench with reverse grip barbell curls. And you're gonna see that when I grab them, my hands are at a pronated grip, and this is gonna help you build those nice big forearms. So you want to put your hands close to the groove, as you see here, right? Trying to have it more close than shoulder width apart. And then you just curl upwards, trying to make sure that your elbows are locked in place. And as you see, I pull up fast, but release very slow on the barbell. So eventually, I want to do these at 40 pounds, but trying to make sure that I do my reps very controlled, very nice, very high quality. And then we move on to triceps. Skull Crushers, the barbell. So I'm doing a drop set, starting off with 50 pounds, and then I will drop it at 40 pounds. For me personally, the bench should be flat, and I'm trying to go just below my head, straight above it, right, not at the forehead, so that we feel the full flexion. And the the hands should be at the groove, close close grip, right? Because this is mimicking what you would do on the cables. So this is good for the triceps. Again, they make up 2/3 of the arm. You want to have big, nice arms that will fill up the sleeves. Work on your triceps, right? I want to try to make them grow as much as I can with these drop sets. So this is my second set of the drop set. And in between my workouts, I like to rest between a minute to 2 minutes, just to keep that high intensity going when I do my skull crushers or any other exercise, depending on what I'm doing, how heavy it is, right? Um, with these, it's good because you are feeling the soreness after that workout, like the next day after your workout, right? So close grip skull crushers just past your head on the flat bench, and you're definitely gonna feel it on your triceps. And after, we are going to be doing supported bench lateral raises. I'm trying to do them till failure. So 2 sets of these all the way until you reach failure as much as you can. Trying to make sure that you are not going too high. You're stopping parallel to the ground, so straight at arm's length, right? Because the metal gets in the way for the bench support, I like to do these at 45 degrees to not be clashing too much with the metal part. So I pretty much put this at a level 4 on the bench, pretty much mimicking what you would be doing on a overhead dumbbell press. So trying to do them as much as I can. rotating at the last minute. Eventually, you will start to get tired, but you keep doing partial reps until you can't do any more. And it's going to feel good to fill out that V taper, right? So you want wide, strong shoulders. This and overhead press are the way to go, as well as the reverse flies. Definitely going to feel these, and I just start doing partial reps until I can't do anymore. So with the cable rope machine, we're doing um, these pulls, basically good for the rear deltoids, a little bit of traps, right? So this is good range of motion. You don't want to go too heavy on these pullovers because you are going to get hurt, right? So if you do just a good weight, trying to max out on doing high reps, you will be good to go, right? Um, when I do these, right, I try to pretend that I'm trying to make the metal part hit my forehead or just above it. That's how you know you're doing it good. I'm trying to experiment the way I do my different handles or hand positions on the rope. I feel like it might be easier if I do it at the very top to get a more range of motion and to make it more natural as you pull the rope apart, right? So these freeze pulls are good for the rear shoulders, like we were stating. Do them nice and controlled, slowly on the way back, fast as you pull towards your forehead or your head. So 2 sets of drop sets because it's hard to grow the rear deltoids for most people. So doing have basically heavier weight and then to lighter weight with these. So starting off with 25 pounds for me, then I drop it down to 20 pounds according to the machine that I'm using. Usually you want to start with the heavy set and then drop 10 pounds. So with this special rope pull down, this is working on your lats. So the middle part of your back. And what I like to do is I like to lean forward at a 45-degree angle and then pull the rope apart, letting the metallic clip hit my stomach. And this is good for growing those lats. You don't always have to do like a lat pull down or pull ups. This is another way of growing your lats if the machines are occupied or if you just want to try something different. And of course, eventually you will want to do these heavier and heavier as time goes by, adding 5 pound increments every week or two. So with this, doing 2 sets of drop sets. So starting out with the 50 pounds and then I lowered it down to 40 pounds, trying to make sure I get that nice stretch. And then, like always, pulling down fast and then releasing it slow and controlled as best as possible to make sure you feel the burn on the lats. So with these, it's good because it's making sure that you're having the full range of motion with the ropes and the cable machines. With this though, you don't have to make a stiff arm. You can keep it slightly bent as you pull down on the cable machine. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it for these pull downs. Then we're gonna go to the next set where I pretty much am doing the upper back. So the one handle at a time. So you are trying to make believe you're trying to elbow somebody behind you. This is gonna work the upper back. You can lean slightly, like me. You could also keep your back straight as much as you can. Definitely gonna fit on the upper back and traps. I like to hit the three portion groups at the back because you have the lower back, middle back, and upper back. I like to make sure that I'm hitting the three of them consistently and evenly to make sure that I don't have like an overgrowth of a muscle group that's gonna overshadow the other parts. So with this, I'm doing 2 sets of drop sets, heavier weight first, and then dropping it. Pronated grip is for the upper back. Neutral grip, how we had it for the ropes, is gonna hit the middle part of the back, and then eventually you're gonna see an underhand grip for the lower back. Um, these you could also do these with the row machine, or even with the dumbbells. Um, but the hand positioning does work out different parts of the back. So please make sure that you guys are aware of how you do these. Also, on these cable machine, you don't have to go as heavy since you're doing one hand at a time. I would recommend if you're starting out doing uh 25 pounds or 20 pounds and then drop it at 10 pounds if you're a beginner. Obviously, if you are more advanced, you can start experimenting with the weights, depending on how strong you are. But you got to make sure that you have that full range of motion. Also, if you have joint problems in the shoulders, you can have this at a 45-degree slight. You're still going to hit the upper back. You got to make sure that when you go to the gym, doing any type of exercise, that you are protecting your joints and not damaging yourself in the process of trying to become an aesthetic Greek god, right? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to help bring more content for you guys, to bring more educational workouts of things that I do that helps me become fit, right? Fitness is one of my passions in life. Also have Instagram and TikTok for you for shorts that we do, like quick workouts or motivational type of exercises to inspire guys to work out. I feel like being physically fit, being healthy can help you enjoy life, prolong your lifespan as you become older, and you'll still be able to do certain things like you did when you were young, or even become stronger than you were compared to your younger days. So I am doing overhead press. So we already worked on the lateral head, the rear deltoids, and now doing the anterior deltoids. So with the shoulder press machine, um, I feel like it was easy for me to do it at the bottom part of that grip. So I'm doing 180 pounds plus whatever this machine's resistance has. With these type of plates, though, they do feel different than what I'm used to, and I like that because it feels more dense. It makes this exercise more difficult, even though I was able to hit my 6 reps, 5 to 6 reps. So with this underhanded grip with this machine, which my gym does not have, unfortunately, this works at the upper back. You can feel the nice stretch. So with these, I didn't go as heavy. Was experimenting with it. I was going 45 pounds on each side, trying to go nice and slow as it come down, uh, as as I go on the way up as well. If you are lucky enough to have this machine in your gym, definitely use it. It can get awkward because sometimes the knees, the knee pads can move around too much, and then these handles might be a little bit high. Have someone to help you as you pull them down. But these are great for the lower back for sure. This mimics the underhanded grip of the lat pull down, but with this machine especially, you will feel a lot on the lower back, and it's pretty good to make sure you have that nice width on your back and that you're not neglecting the lower back muscles, right? Not that many people pay attention to the lower back as a muscle group. They think that upper back and middle back will also work out the lower part of your back. Got to make sure that there's 3 groups to it. Most of the leg groups or muscle groups in general have 3 sections. So they didn't really have a dip machine, and people were using the dips. So what I did was high to low cable press downs, and this is gonna work the lower pack and the middle pack of your chest. Since we already focused on the upper pack, it doesn't matter if you hit the upper pack with this machine. So depending on your strength level, you don't want to go too heavy, too light. You want to make sure that as you do these, though, you are alternating the position of your hands, so crossing over one over the other, so you don't have that imbalance in your muscle, and also trying to let the weight carry your arm back, letting it stretch all the way back to let you feel the tension on your shoulders, on your lower chest, right? It's definitely good for the lower back. Um, and this machine feels great with the cables, the handles, how it is. I don't get to do these in my other gym because it's crowded, but this gym, Rock Fitness, we had a lot of space. It was pretty open. Not, it wasn't too crowded. So this is a luxury for me trying to do these cable push downs for the lower pecs. So this is pretty fun, right? Because as previously stated, for me to grow my lower pecs, I would do the dip machines or weighted dips, right? So eventually, for you guys, when you are able to progress to weighted dips pretty much mimics what these cable machines do, right? You want to have that full stretch as you reach down and then let the weight carry you over, right? So I'm gonna be doing my last set. When I do these, it depends on how comfortable you are with your dominant leg to be leaning forward, but I am generally picking any leg, leaning forward 45 degrees and just letting the cable do its thing as I cross over, trying to make an X shape with my arms, and then slowly letting the weight go, feeling it all the way back, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this upper body day. It was pretty fun doing it at this gym. It's pretty unique. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Here we do another drop set. And I will catch you guys in the next video.